Officer Tatum decided to celebrate Nolan Well's birthday by disrespecting, disparaging, attacking Nolan Well's mama and calling for her license to be pulled in the slickest way possible.
Of course. What license? So he wants her to lose her job, right? Wow.
Obsession with Nolan Wall's mama is starting to get weird, bro.
Weird.
His fixation and obsession with the entire family is starting to be creepy. This man is fixating and focusing on things that no normal human being would focus on. Like, y'all remember when Tatum, in the previous interview, he questioned why Nolan Well's family had Al Sharpton do the eulogy for Nolan Wells? Like, no normal human being mind is going towards who does a eulogy at this young man's. Like, why do you care about those things? Now, while Nolan Well's mama and his family was celebrating his birthday yesterday, Tatum then made an entire video criticizing and critiquing who they chose to host or speak at the birthday party. And he believes that this is proof that Nolan Wall's mama is actually racist, and because she's racist, she shouldn't qualify to care for white folks. I'm like, what type of human being is this? Why are you choosing to go this hard against a grieving mama?
Nolan Wells on his birthday. I believe today is his birthday. That kid was an amazing young man. That kid, Nolan Wells, was an example of what I believe young black men should be. Blameless, great reputation, doing what he's supposed to do in school, and not buying into the racist, ridiculous rhetoric. He had friends who were black. He had friends who were white. He went around this group, that group, no issues. The young man was beloved by everybody. That is an example of black excellence. But instead, they're not going to talk much about who he was and what he did and what he accomplished. It's about these white boys doing something, and now we've got so much evidence.
I want to point this out because
Bro. Because that is not the that's not the major concern here. You know what I'm saying? That's not the major concern. It's not.
really highlights how unhinged this rant that Tatum is going out on. Tatum, who wasn't at the birthday celebration, doesn't know what took place at the birthday celebration, has no idea what was said at the birthday celebration,
Yeah, just talking crazy.
is now going on a rant, assuming that a birthday celebration filled with Nolan Wall's grieving mother, his grieving father, his grieving grandparents, his grieving cousins, his grieving siblings, his grieving nephews, aunties, and uncles, he's assuming that that birthday celebration did not touch on the type of person Nolan was. I believe that's something so absurdly stupid that only Tatum's brain can conjure up.
But y'all don't even know what Nolan lived like. Y'all don't even know what Nolan stood for.
Nigga, neither do you.
Y'all don't even care. You just care that a white kid could have possibly killed Nolan, and y'all running with that because you have no future.
And you just care because we running with that. And how the fuck we don't have a future? Nigga, I got a bright future. What the fuck is you talking about? Fuck out my face, nigga. Nigga talk about I'm running with something because I ain't got no bright future. Shut your punk ass up. Like this gonna give me a future or something, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, let's go. I mean, this this is a talking point for me. But the next person that ain't doing what I'm doing, nigga, they what? No, nothing you saying makes sense. Just stop.
That a white kid could have possibly killed Nolan, and y'all running with that because you have no future.
Because we have no future. No, we're open-minded. We're not closed-minded and just believe the bullshit that we're told that's told to us.
You don't even understand your past, so you have no future. So you waddle in.
We understand the past. Just how who doesn't understand the history of Black Americans? Who does it? We understand it just fine. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Care that a white kid
look how he's insulting people. He's insulting people's intelligence. It's nasty work.
Possibly kill Nolan, and y'all running with that because you have no future. You don't even understand your past, so you have no future. So you waddle in slavery and victimhood, and it's a.
You don't understand the past. What do you mean? The past shapes the future. What you did 5 years ago, is where you ended up today. You ended up where you're at today because of what you was doing 5 years ago. I'm at where I'm at today, 100,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? 10K plus TikTok, Instagram, other platforms as well. Because I've been doing this for 5+ years now. You know what I'm saying? You don't just become something overnight. The past shaped the future. So what happened back then is today's results is a result of what happened back then. That being Black Wall Street being destroyed. Yeah, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from Tulsa. Yeah. It's not an excuse. This is the results.
Knowing. It's called black fatigue. Good black people gotta suffer.
Bro said it's called black fatigue. You don't even know the real definition of black fatigue, you dumb nigga. Just shut up. How about that?
Knowing. It's called black fatigue. Good black people gotta suffer under the pressure of you ignorant folk.
Tatum brain.
Oh, I'm glad you know. And no, I'm not talking about other black folk. I mean, the ones like you, of course. You know what I'm saying? But what you said is true. It's just not black folks. That you know, it's not. It's the white folks and black folks like you, which is a very small minority.
Black people gotta suffer under the pressure of you ignorant folk.
Tatum brain needs to be studied, bro. How do we get from happy birthday, Nolan Wells, we're celebrating his birthday celebration, to no, you're not celebrating, Nolan. No, y'all slaves. No, iggaboos. No, y'all don't got no future. Sir, hold, relax, Tatum, relax, bruh. Tatum, relax, bro. Tatum, relax, sir. Relax, man. Relax, sir. Relax, bro. How did we get to that? How, sir? This is such an absurd hill to die on. But honestly, I really want to know, what's your obsession with what these people are choosing to do for their son? If they choose to have Al Sharpton, do his eulogy, it's their son. If they choose to have Pastor Jamal Bryant and other guests come to the celebration, that's their son. What is this obsession?
Many parents out there, you still have your children. You still can hug them. You still can call them. You still can celebrate their life with them.
Time out. I wish that we lived in a world where I can see a mother who's mourning the loss of her son, and I can see other black men around her, and these black men are doing what's right. But instead, you would never see this happen.
What are they doing wrong?
Or not never, but you'll rarely see this happen.
Hold on, bro.
What are they doing wrong, man? They're doing nothing at all. So if no black man was up there at all, then the blame would really be on black men. Look at black man just nowhere to be found. There's no winning.
Yo, let's slow down real quick, man. Let's analyze what's Tatum just said. Tatum just says that it's rare. He said impossible, but let's just be in good faith here. He says rare. He did clarify and say rare. It's rare to see a grieving black mother surrounded by black men who are doing right by her. Yo, absurd statements. We don't even need to justify a statement like that with a response, but that says more about the black men in Tatum's life. That you can look at your father, you can look at your grandfather, you can look at your sons, you can look at your nephews, you can look at your brothers and cousins and uncles, that you come to the conclusion after reviewing the pool of black men in your life to say it's rare that any one of those black men will be surrounded by a grieving mother and have her best interest and do right by her. That says a lot about the men who raised you, Tatum. Leave the rest of us out of it.
These fools are around her. And then Jamal Bryant. What does Jamal... Nolan, I bet you Nolan don't even know who Jamal Bryant is.
Does he know who Ben Crump is? No. So what? What does it matter that he knows? So the family hired a lawyer. Does it matter that he knows that he knew the lawyer? Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
He didn't know who Jamal Bryant was.
The scary part about what Tatum just says is the fact that he truly, in his mind, believes that he just made a profound point.
Why is Jamal Bryant a part of this? Finish the clip.
And we do not have that anymore.
Wells's cause of death has still not yet been determined publicly.
So here's the fool that they got associated with their family and now is doing a prayer. They can't find a better pastor than this. Let me explain something to you. Why can't they have a white pastor?
It's even scarier when you realize this man is serious.
What?
Okay.
Bro, nigga just has a problem with everything, huh? Why they have that? Why they can't have a black pastor?
This man is serious when he says this ain't no comedy routine. He is dead.
Yeah, be damned that the small minority of black people stick together and support each other through hard times. Yeah, well, yeah, just go to the white man that killed them.
Ass.
This is where I feel like the racism of black people are just so prominent and they get away with it.
Hey, man, y'all ain't have a white pastor at the celebration for Nolan. Now, y'all racist, see? I told y'all they're racist. They didn't have a white pastor. Why the white pastor wasn't there? Sir, again, this is terrifying. We might laugh through this. This is frightening behavior, bruh. Now we racist. Now Nolan Wells' mama and his father, they racist because they didn't have a white pastor at Nolan Wells' birthday celebration.
And the world is laughing at them, but in their circle, they think it's all justified. Nolan appeared that he loved everybody. Nolan's best friends were white. Based on all the pictures I've seen, most of his friends are the ones he hung out with and seemed to be closest with, from what I've been told, were these white boys. So in his death, why can't it be a mixed, unified funeral service?
I just want to remind you guys, by the way, if you guys forgot.
Because usually funerals are for the family and the people closest to the person that died. Duh. The fuck are you talking about? Black person dies, it's gonna be majority black people at the funeral. White person dies, it's gonna be majority white people at the funeral. What are you talking about? Oh, they're racist because they had an all white funeral. Motherfucker, that's all the people they know. What the fuck?
Unified funeral service.
I just want to remind you guys, by the way, if you guys forgot, Tatum was not at the celebration. He don't know what took place at the celebration, has no idea what was said at the celebration, don't know who was in attendance at the celebration. But Tatum is accusing the parents of not welcoming white folks and other races who love Nolan at the celebration because they didn't have a white pastor. But in fact, he don't know that because, again, he wasn't at the celebration, bro. This man's brain needs to be studied.
And yet we're having a moment of reflection. What is ironic, Don, is that it happened on the same weekend that America celebrated its 250th birthday. And so it's a pregnant pause for our community.
Right, and all these black people out here are just so happy to celebrate the 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Which niggas don't necessarily celebrate America, but you know, niggas is still down to support it. And then it's crazy how, you know, let's celebrate 250 years. Congratulations. Yeah, slavery. Did you remember that? It's like everybody forgot about that shit. Yeah, let's just be happy. I don't give a damn about the 4th of July. That's my mama's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So that shit means nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? And then America, what is this joke? You know what I'm saying? I was really gonna try to say something else, but
Is that it happened on the same weekend that America celebrated its 250th birthday.
oh yeah, right. Because the country is built off of racism, right? What better agenda is there to push than a black kid gets killed by some white, you know, a group of white friends on the 4th of July, 250. You know what I'm saying? 250 years.
And so it's a pregnant pause for our community. As much as we think that we've made strides, we're making the electric slide backwards. Mississippi is also the same ground that killed Medgar Evers and Emmett Till. And we add now to that
Time out.
list.
Emmett Till, 70 years ago.
Bro, my grandpa's 75. What are you talking? And you're older than me, dude. People like this their parents must be gone, bro. Grandparents must be gone. Nigga, bro, what are we talking about something that happened 70 years ago for? Nigga, because my grandpa is 75. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's why. And we talk about Black Wall Street because it was only 100 years ago. That's not a long time ago. Like, you act like you're not going to live 70 years, bro. You could very well live 70 years, bro. What? What are you talking about, man? Emmett Till. All right, stop. Emmett Till was 70 years ago. Are you saying you're really gonna bring up something 70 years ago? Bro, this guy, man.
Was he killed him?
He's paid to do this shit, bro. Do not take nothing this Brandon Tatum. Don't take nothing he say serious. He gets paid to do this shit. To cause distractions.
Biloxi?
Damage control.
Was he killed in Ocean Springs? Was he killed on Horn Island? Then why are you making a comparison?
Oh, you're cussing now.
To Emmett Till 70 years ago?
Emmett Till's death is important to note because Emmett Till died in 1955, but his killers, Roy Bryant, didn't die until 1994. And he was never held accountable, never received any consequences, never received any type of accountability whatsoever. He was never treated like a pariah. He
lived his whole life.
Widely accepted by that community. He was gainfully employed and lived a full life and died in 1994.
94 and killed him in 55.
I don't think it's unacceptable to ask that a community that accepted and widely embraced the murderers of Emmett Till and never gave him any consequences, it's not unacceptable to ask, will that community...
Just think about how that's 30, 35, 34 years after Black Wall Street. They still out here doing this shit.
Community and care about Nolan Wells' death, would that state put all their resources behind trying to figure out what happened to this black boy? Or can we accept much of the same? I don't think it's unacceptable to ask a state that embraced Roy Bryant, right, whether or not they are truly trying to figure out what happened to Nolan Wells. Not only is it not unacceptable, I think it's pretty expected to be suspicious and sketchy of any investigation they claim they're doing into the death of Nolan Wells if their history is embracing Roy Bryant. 1994 was not that long ago. Right, I'm not buying that, bro. If you want to say, man, 1955 is...
Right. He killed him in 55, but this motherfucker lived to the 90s, bro. Like, come on, man. We're talking about something that happened 20... You acted like you got cheated on 70 years ago, bro. Even then, you shouldn't get over that. Nigga, never forget it. You learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. But you ain't telling me, man, in 1994 is that much different than 2026 Mississippi. I'm not buying it at all.
To right today. And you don't have no evidence. This supposed to be a man of God. God didn't give you no wisdom. You ain't got no evidence that nothing happened to the boy other than he may have drowned. But you sitting there pushing this stuff. I just can't stand these people, man. I can't stand them. That boy deserved better than the way these dumb Negroes are treating him. It's all about them. It's all about race. When he didn't live his...
What do you mean he deserves better, bro? Apparently, according to you and the people that agree with you, he's getting what he deserves. He was drunk and on cocaine and drowned. And the white people had nothing to do with it. Yeah, okay.
It's all about them. It's all about race. when he didn't live his life like that. Nolan loved everybody.
If you think this is as weird and obsessive as it gets, you got another thing coming because it gets worse, okay? So Tatum has a problem with Pastor Jamal Bryant speaking up for the mama and claiming that she's been harassed and she's been persecuted. Tatum will then explain why the mama deserves whatever backlash and harassment she's getting. Again, Tatum is about to explain why he believes a grieving mother deserves the harassment and the false reviews and complaints that she's been getting to the nursing state board to get her license taken away. When you think this man can't go any lower, he goes low.
And so it is not just the mother who has been vilified, the father who has been ignored, but also his siblings who are grieving.
I just don't, where have we gotten to that you are demonizing in some way or criticizing a grieving mother and the lawyers, I guess, treating her as if she's on trial?
It is really just on brand for what America does.
America.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the most unprotected species on the planet is the black woman.
Oh, really?
And so for her nursing credentials to now be put into question, her character when she is not on trial.
Time out. Nursing credentials put on. One person made a complaint. Shut the front door. Ashley. What's her name?
That one person making a complaint is enough to get that person fired, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Warren's mother. Ashley Cole. I want to call her Christine Cole or something. Ashley Cole.
You can't just empathize with the plights, the harassment, and the pain that the grieving mother has been going through without bringing up the white woman, right? You're trying to she to this situation.
Ashley, I'm sorry. But they got all kinds of people asking to oust her. You talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages. They claim Christine Wells got one. Her credentials are up for grabs or whatever being complained on. I don't think nobody's saying anything. Her own words. When you are practicing medicine in a heavily white community and you come on television and you say, well, I got to have conversations with my kids about moving in spaces with people that don't look like them. And I want to say something to my mom, especially my black moms. If a white lady were to come onto an interview in an all-black neighborhood and say she has to talk to her children about being around people that don't look like her, I swear to God, she would lose her job and license in the same day.
See, this is where that it's not the same, bro. It's just not the same. That's why, like, black people can't be racist because white people kind of created it. They created that. It's the same type of shit.
I swear to God, she would lose her job and license in the same day. I think
it's like a man putting his hands on a woman versus a woman putting his hands on a man. It's not looked at the same. It does not hold the same type of weight. It just doesn't. It never will.
Lose her job and license in the same day. I think that's crazy. What you mean you gotta talk to your kids about being around black people? You know how stupid that sound? But then black people can do it to white people.
Yup. Sure can. You know why? Because of history. That's the dumbest shit you ever heard. We'll be ignorant.
Means nothing. I wouldn't want to go to a doctor that says she got to teach her kids about being around people that look like me. How do I feel safe with you being a nurse practitioner or a nurse or someone that gives service to somebody that could save somebody's life and you are a racist?
There you have it. All right, she deserved the harassment. She deserved the complaint.
Here he is with this racist narrative, bro. Black people are racist, the most racist in the entire world. Right. But ain't never did nothing to nobody, but said some things and kept distance. Oh, but don't forget about the train scenario, bro. One time in all of history where one nut, you know what I'm saying? That got no support from nobody. Like, come on.
Nurse or someone that gives service to somebody that could save somebody's life, and you are
He said nigga look like R. Kelly. Nah, this a pastor, man. Let's hope he not on R. Kelly time.
a racist.
There you have it. All right, she deserved the harassment. She deserved the complaints. She deserved, according to Tatum, for the nursing board to launch an investigation because apparently, Christine Wells is racist because she put out a message of caution. Hey, bruh, if you got loved one, if you got kids who are hanging out with friend groups that don't look like them, be cautious.
That's any race group, bro. Any race could say that. An Indian moving to America. You know what I'm saying? An Asian. You know? Be careful. They don't look at it the same, but you know what I'm saying, though. It could go for any race that's singled out, a minority. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch them. They not always your friend. Not everybody's your friend. Not everybody got your best attention. You know what I'm saying?
Because there's a history of black kids, black people in general, right? Coming up dead after nights out, after camping trips, after outings with majority white friend groups. So contextually, she's just saying, hey, bruh, just watch out. My son went to an island full of white folks. They all came home safely. He popped up dead. Just be careful. So context matters here. Now, if a white person says it, some people might receive it differently because there's not a plethora of examples, I should say,
Right.
of a white person in a majority black friend group
Exactly.
like ended up dead and no accountability happened. And if it does happen, they go into jail immediately.
Right.
But regardless, even if you believe what you're truly saying, which I'm not convinced, I'm not sure that Tatum truly believes this. You think the perfect day to discuss whether or not this woman should be investigated or lose her license for something that she spent, damn near a decade achieving, you think the right day to discuss that is on Nolan Wall's birthday? You think the right day to call for his mama to lose her career is on Nolan Wall's birthday? How evil can you be, man? But it doesn't stop here. The harassment continues. He showcased messages. So Warren is now leaking private text messages between himself and Christine the day that Nolan passed away. And apparently these messages are supposed to somehow prove or indict Christine of whatever narrative they're trying to get off, which, by the way, I look at these messages absolutely proves nothing. But these people are grasping at straws because, again, their narratives is crumbling, is folding under pressure. They're losing support as the day go by. So now they're just grabbing at anything. So now they're providing private text messages between Warren and Nolan Wall's mama the night that Nolan passed away or went missing as proof or evidence that she switched up on them, which is just absurd.
Look at the text message that was sent. And you tell me that Warren Hudson murdered her son. Now, just so you guys know, Warren initiated this phone call and communication with Christine Wells. He called her the night that Nolan did not come back like they expected. He asked her, is it okay if I call the Coast Guard? They had a short communication, and he calls the Coast Guard. He told me in the interview that we interviewed him on that he told Miss Christine that he had Nolan's phone and keys. That's what he said he told her. Now, if you done kill somebody, 9 times out of 10, you ain't talking to their mama. But listen how the conversation...
Oh, you must...
That's not true. This is called cover up, bro. It's called hiding something. It's called playing it off like you ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
must have never been in the trenches, man.
Yeah, you're clearly,
now, I don't know who
you're
killed...
clearly not a real cop. Clearly can't be a real cop.
Who? I don't know who killed Nolan. I wasn't there, so I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But if you think that killers of people don't show up to grieve, don't talk to the mama, don't show up to the funeral, man, I've been to funerals where the killer is crying the loudest.
That's a good ass question. You know why Brandon Tatum is not a police officer no more, bro? It's because he's getting paid to do damage control. That's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Was he actually even an officer? What arrest? What's on his report card? You know what I'm saying? I don't know the truth. Nobody knows the truth. The truth has not even been determined. So speculation is very much welcome. You know what I'm saying? No, water in his lungs did not kill him. That's not even determined. See, y'all be saying, oh, he got drunk and drowned. There's been 2 autopsies, right? Private. There's been a private one, and then there's been the Mississippi State Examiner Office, right? Mississippi State can't release it until trial, but they say no foul play. But they can't release it, and not releasing it, right? But then the independent autopsy showed red discoloration on the back of his head, right? So, but there's no foul play though, huh? And the cause of death is still undetermined, and it's August. Nigga, it's almost September. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. It's almost September. There's 2 months going on. It take that long when he was found 2 days after disappearance? Questions. But you can't say that water in his lungs killed him.
Man, I've been to funerals where the killer is crying the loudest. You clearly have no life experience, Tatum, if you think, right, that somebody wouldn't overly communicate to cover up for whatever they've done. And again, I'm not saying this is the case here, but to blankly say, oh, no, they innocent, because what? Now, for some reason, Tatum believes that because the mother was communicating with Warren, trying to locate her son the night that the son went missing, that apparently this proves like there's no reason for anybody to be suspicious of Warren, which is just like, it's absurd. Okay. Now, also, like Tatum claims that, the mama was communicating, then at some point she stopped communicating, and it's Benjamin Crumb's fault. No, what if the mama heard enough, right? What if, again, she was communicating, trying to seek answers, then eventually she realized, okay, maybe I'm being BS'd here, and she took a step back. Or maybe when she's seen the boys doing a Tatum interview, she realized, okay, yeah, these are not my people, right? Because no friend of my son will be in any interview disparaging me and calling me racist. So yeah, these probably not my people.
It went though. I'll read them to you. Warren, where's his car? I think, what is this, on the 4th? This is on the 4th at, let me look over here, because at 11:15 p.m. Warren, where's his car? At Jax's house. Where is that? Can you send me the address where you guys launched? Yes, ma'am. He goes on to send her the address. What was the last time you saw him? He said 3 p.m. and sent her to the actual location. That don't seem like somebody that's trying to obstruct or hide something. What happens next? What was he wearing? Black shorts and sunglasses. Now, in the interview, he told me that he thought they were black. We see now that it's blue. He said he thought it was black shorts. Can you call, I guess that's the lady at DMR. He says, on the phone with Coast Guard now. I will after, yes, ma'am. They're communicating. If she had a question or a concern or what, she could text it to him right here. He's responding to her, yes, ma'am. Can you call DMR? Yes, ma'am, I will. I'm on the phone with the Coast Guard right now. On the phone with the Coast Guard doing what? Trying to coordinate them to look for his friend Nolan. She don't say, she's not, this doesn't sound like, this some random kid. She says, thank you so much. We have to file a missing person report. So one more time, tell me exactly where you saw him last. I'm so sorry. I am asking you to repeat this. It does not seem like she got a problem with him. He says, no problem. 3 p.m., west tip, north side of Horn Island. Where did you guys lunch from? He sent her another ping of where they lunched from. Told her exactly where he saw Nolan and what time. What, how, okay. He said, we launched the boats yesterday evening and
Okay, but this doesn't mean really nothing, bro.
left from here this morning. Does this sound like a kid that trying to cover up a murder? Giving her exactly where you lunch from? Giving her your exact locations? Here you go again. It says Nolan dad, no.
Yeah, she's not asking what happened though, and if even if he did, that doesn't mean he has to tell the truth. He could get the actual locations, but she's not asking them. She asked, when was the last time you saw him? What was he wearing? Where was you at? That's all he answered. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Nolan's dad is
Are you a real police officer or not? You just believe, so you believe everything through text messages, right?
at the house to pick up the keys. Warren, it said Jackson's house, not Warren's house. But she told him Nolan's dad is at the house to pick up the keys. Hey, Warren, what kind of sunglasses was Nolan wearing yesterday? I'm pretty sure Ray-Bans, Miss Christine.
In his mind, this is some type of like big gotcha, but only in Tatum's mind is this a gotcha. Like, this makes no sense. And this also confirms like what the mom said, which is that Warren told her that Nolan was wearing black swim trunks when he was actually wearing light blue. So that made her like very suspicious and kind of like off-putted by him. Bro, this proves nothing, man. Right? This is just targeted harassment. It needs to stop at this point. I don't know how Tatum can sleep at night, bro. Bro, your mama black, homie. And you doing this to a black mother who's grieving the loss of her son. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on.
Yeah, man, Brandon Tatum's getting paid to do damage control, bro. It's just that simple. You let me tell it. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, though. We're on the road to 1 million. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself. Because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP today.